In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Dear grade 9 students, never rest till your good is better and your better is best. Welcome to this new video lesson from Module 6, Lesson D. 4 right exercises C and D. Students book page 69, workbook pages 67 to 69. What are the objectives that we want to achieve today? By the end of this lesson, students will be able to complete the writing plan of a description of a process. Then, write a description of a process. Let's start our lesson. As you know, my dear students, time is very important in our life. So, everyone should have a clock. What do you do when you buy a new clock? First, you read the instructions, then add batteries, then set the correct time, and finally set the alarm time. These 4 steps describe a process. Let's see this process in detail. Now let's go to workbook page 67, exercise C. Read the instructions below and put the sentences A to E in the correct order. Write 1 to 5 in the spaces provided. As you see, my dear students, this process is described in 5 instructions or 5 steps. Let's read the instructions together. Thank you for purchasing this character timepiece. A. When the clock reaches the time which you have set, it will say, "Hey mate, it's time to wake up." When the button C is pressed, the alarm will stop. B. Pull out the setting control button B. Turn it until the hour and minute hands show the correct time. Push the button back in. The time is now set. C. Please read the instructions carefully before using the clock. D. Remove the battery compartment cover A at the bottom of the clock. Put 2 AA alkaline batteries as shown on the side of the battery compartment itself. Replace the cover. E. To set the alarm time, turn the control button B until the small alarm hand on the face of the clock is set at the required alarm time. Now, you can pause the video. Think of the correct order for these instructions. Let's check the answers. Now, you can read the instructions in the correct order as follows. You can pause the video in order to read the instructions. Now let's go to students book page 69 for write exercise C. In this exercise, you are going to write a short post asking for help with a problem you have with your computer, phone, internet, and give the post to your partner. Your partner will then try to explain what you need to do to solve your problem. This problem can be real or imagined. The suggested problem that we are going to deal with is scratched CD. Now you can pause the video and try to think of how to write this post. Here you can see some helping words and phrases. Have got, can't use, scratches, surface, explain, have to do. Now you can pause the video and use these helping words and phrases to write the post. Let's read the post together. I've got a CD, but I can't use it because there are many scratches on its surface. Can anyone explain what I have to do? After reading the previous post, Why don't you search the internet in order to look for different ways for repairing a scratched CD? On the internet, you can find two common ways for repairing a scratched CD. Some people use toothpaste, others use wax, or sometimes they call it rubbing compound. Now let's move to exercise D, where you are going to write a description of the process shown in the diagram below. Then you will go to Workbook Page 68 to complete the task. As you can see here, my dear students, we have this diagram. This diagram describes the process of repairing a scratched CD with toothpaste. This process consists of 5 steps. On each image, you can see some words or phrases that can help you in writing the description for the process. Before we start writing the description for this process, let's read these steps together. Give a heading to your description. Use the present simple or the imperative to explain the steps in the process. Write clearly and accurately to help the reader understand easily what they are meant to do. Explain the process in the order it happens, using appropriate linking words, for example, first, then, finally, and phrases such as the first step is to, the second stage involves plus ing, for the final stage you, and etc. Use standard grammar and spelling conventions. Read through the description carefully to check you haven't forgotten to include any stages necessary to carry out the process. Now, let's move to Workbook Page 68. Writing plan. Description of a process. Complete the writing plan below and write your description on the next page. Brainstorm ideas for your description. Here we have the questions that we are going to answer in order to write the description. Remember that we are going to use the diagram in order to answer these questions. Let's read the questions together. What process are you describing? What is the first step? What do you do next? What is the third step? What do you do after that? What's the final step? Now let's answer the questions together. Remember, my dear students, that according to the tips that we have read before, we must have a heading. By answering this question, we are going to write the heading. The question says, what process are you describing? The answer, repairing a scratched CD with toothpaste. Now, let's answer the question about the first step. Remember, the image in the diagram provides us with the information we need in order to write the description. Here we are going to read some helping phrases in order to make meaningful sentences. The first step, the CD, is to wash with water. The water between should be 10 and 20 degrees Celsius. Now pause the video and try to rearrange these phrases in order to make meaningful sentences. Now let's check your answers. The first step is to wash the CD with water. The water should be between 10 and 20 degrees Celsius. Number 2. What do you do next? In the image here we can see the toothpaste and a cloth, and we are going to use the verb squeeze. Let's read the helping phrases. Next, of toothpaste, squeeze, clean cloth, a small amount onto a soft. Try to rearrange these phrases in order to make meaningful sentences. Pause the video and write your sentence. Now let's read the sentence. Next, squeeze a small amount of toothpaste onto a soft, clean cloth. Question number 3. What's the third step? Step number 3 is divided into two parts. In the first image here, we are going to use wipe, center, edge. The arrows that you see show you the direction of the motion. Now let's read the helping phrases. Is to gently wipe onto the third step of the CD, scratch part, the toothpaste, to the edge of the CD, but make sure the center of the CD you wipe from. Now you can pause the video in order to write the sentence. Now let's read the sentence. The third step is to gently wipe the toothpaste onto the scratch part of the CD, but make sure you wipe from the center of the CD to the edge. Here we are going to complete the answer for question number 3. We are going to use the words do not, circular, motion. Let's read the helping phrases. In a circular motion, the cloth don't move the center or towards. Now pause the video and try to form a sentence. Let's read the sentence together. Don't move the cloth in a circular motion or towards the center. Number 4. What do you do after that? Here we are going to use wash and off. Let's read the helping phrases together. Have done this. After you. Off the CD. With water. Wash the toothpaste. Degrees Celsius. Between. Should be. The water. 10 and 20. Again, as you see here, we have two different sentences. Now pause the video and try to write the sentences. Now let's check the answer. After you have done this, wash the toothpaste of the CD with water. The water should be between 10 and 20 degrees Celsius again. Number 5. What's the final step? Here we are going to use the words dry and carefully. Let's read the helping phrases. Dry the CD. Finally. Clean cloth. With a soft. Carefully. Now pause the video and try to write this sentence. Let's check the sentence. Finally, dry the CD carefully with a soft, clean cloth. After we have finished the writing plan, you can go to Workbook page 69 in order to write the full description. Remember, my dear students, when we write a description of a process, we use the present simple in second person or we use the imperative. And also don't forget to use the linking words or phrases. Now you can pause the video and copy this suggested answer in your workbooks. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best of luck, study hard and keep safe.